Okay, we're going to work on the sharing settings here for document. These same processes would work the same for a spreadsheet or for a presentation. All of them have a big blue button that says share at the top. Notice it has a little lock symbol. This symbol will change depending on what you do to the preview settings. When you click on that, it'll open a small window that, if you haven't titled it yet, needs to be done. And then this window is the main window that you're going to see. And this is similar to what you might see if you went to go share out of your drive as well. You've got a couple different ways you can share. One is just to select a person. This is if you want to have two different people working in one document. So I can set this person to be able to have different kinds of permission. Maybe I just want them to see it. Maybe I want them to edit it with me and so on. And then I can also add a little note, because as soon as I click send, it's going to send them an email that says a document has been shared with you. But there's a lot more to this than just what you see here. If you click on advanced, that's in the bottom corner, you get a much richer menu for what you want to do with your settings. And this is really important. Here it says private. It means that right now only myself and Troy would be able to see this document. But if I wanted to send this out to a whole bunch of parents, for instance, or if I wanted to post it on a website or on Schoology or something, I'd need to make a change to make sure that other people could see it without being individually named. So if it's going to be any other teacher but nobody else, you can use this one, Independent School 728. That should work with all students as well. But if it's going to be parents, or it's going to be publicly listed, something that you might find on a flyer or something, or out on a website that goes out to the general public, you want to set it up here at anyone with the link. This is the one I usually use, just because then I don't have to wonder whether or not they're going to be a student or a faculty. I know that they are just going to need the link. I would not recommend either of these with anything that is terribly data private. I would try to stay toward the lower levels of these here, something at 728, or I'd maybe just keep it as specific people. And once you do that, again, you can designate what you want that overall access to be. Can edit for overall access is very rare. That's not something that you would use very often when you have a general public being sent something, or if you send something to many parents and so on. So you're probably going to set it as anyone with the link, but they might only view it. Once you click save, then it does give you this link here, but I've had some trouble with this link from time to time. What I prefer to do is just finish what I'm doing here and be done. And then the URL at the top of the document, at the very top where it says https://docs, Google, and so on. When you use that link can now be used to navigate to this document. And you could do that right within an email. And now this is going to open up a second. Or it would open up a second one if I wasn't screen recording. So again, going back to the share, individually share a couple people or that advanced, and then you can change the global settings for sharing. All done. Thank you.